Hello and welcome, my dear friend. Let me say something you may not have heard in a long time, if ever. You are not here to be reasonable about your pain, and you are not here to explain what they did. That moment they thought they broke you, that wasn't the end. That was the exact second your story broke free from their hands and began to write itself with fire. I'm not here to talk about healing like it's a checklist. I'm here to talk about reclaiming the chapters of your life that were stolen, mislabeled, and twisted by people who never had the right to hold the pen. Let's be clear. Something happened, and it wasn't fair. It wasn't your fault, and it damn sure wasn't for your own good, in the way people like to say when they don't have the range to hold your grief. There was a moment, and you remember it vividly, where everything inside you said, I can't live like this anymore. Not because you gave up, but because something in your spirit stood up and refused to let you be erased. That moment was rebellion, quiet, divine, necessary. You didn't just walk away, you detonated a pattern that had you shackled in silence for years, maybe even lifetimes, and maybe you didn't know what you were doing at the time. Maybe you just felt the urgency to leave, to say no, to cut the cord without a speech or an explanation. But your soul knew. Your soul knew it was time to flip the script. Not rewrite it politely, but tear the whole damn thing down to the bones and build something truer. You were not confused. You were clear. You were not broken. You were breaking through. This is what most people miss. The universe doesn't always sound like a trumpet or a thunderclap. Sometimes it sounds like enough. Sometimes divine timing looks like you reaching your limit. And that final betrayal, that was permission. Not to be okay, but to stop pretending that okay was enough. Let's name it. What they did to you wasn't just hurtful. It was humiliating. It was dismissive. It was cold. It left you asking questions that no one answered. They turned your softness into a game. They used your loyalty like a leash. They smiled while they erased you. And for a while, you almost let them convince you it was your karma, that somehow your pain was proof you deserved it. That right there, that lie, is where the war started. Not a war with them, a war with the voice inside that tried to make peace with being mistreated. The part of you that said, maybe this is just how it is for me. You see, they underestimated something. You. They forgot that you carry the kind of light that exposes shadows, that when you walk away, whole timelines collapse, that when you stop giving, entire systems of manipulation crumble. You didn't just leave people behind, you left an identity that was never yours. You walked out of a role that asked you to be invisible and grateful for it. That was the real rebellion. That was the miracle they never saw coming. And now, here you are, standing in a new kind of silence. Not the silence of repression, but the silence of reset. The kind of silence right before lightning splits the sky and rewrites the weather. It's uncomfortable, I know, because there's a part of you that still wants closure, still wants clarity, still wants someone to look you in the eye and say, you were right. You were always right. But you need to hear me clearly now. You're done waiting for them to make it right. Your life moving forward is the justice. You're not trapped in the damage they caused. You're what shook the ground when you finally walked away. And everything that felt like it was tearing you down was actually carving space for the version of you that doesn't tolerate what the old you begged for. That's why detachment isn't about walking away and pretending it didn't matter. It's about refusing to let what happened become your definition. It's about no longer being available to what wounded you. You have nothing to prove to them, not your strength, not your growth, not even your silence. The days of over-explaining your healing to people who never respected your hurting, they're done. And the child within you, the one who stayed too long in rooms that didn't feel safe, is watching you now. watching you take steps they never felt strong enough to take. You're not just healing. You're avenging every version of yourself that was told to shrink to survive. And this time, you're not going back. Let them talk. Let them rewrite their version of the story. Let them pretend you just changed out of nowhere. You don't owe the past your presence. You don't owe confusion your clarity. And you don't owe your energy to anything that demands you explain your awakening like an apology. Right now, you are not being called to finish old conversations. You are being called to start a new life. A life where your peace is not earned, it's inherited. A life where your time isn't a favor, it's sacred. A life where you're no longer addicted to understanding the people who made you feel unlovable. Let them be confused. Let them miss access to you. Let them sit with the version of you they created in their mind, because the real you is moving on. And let's talk about that. It doesn't mean you're healed all the way. It doesn't mean you don't still get angry or sad or tired of being the one who has to carry the wisdom while they carry the audacity. It means you're finally ready to stop waiting for closure from people who were never open. It means your silence is no longer a holding pattern. It's a throne. And no one is invited to sit beside you unless they know how to kneel with reverence at the truth you carry. This new chapter won't feel familiar at first. That's the point. Your nervous system is still wired for disappointment. Your spirit remembers every moment it had to flinch while pretending it was fine. So this peace might feel awkward at first. The quiet might feel too quiet. The love might feel too pure to trust. That's normal. That's healing. Healing doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it feels like you're standing in an empty hallway, unsure which door will open. But I promise you, this hallway is holy. Because this is where you meet the you that doesn't beg for breadcrumbs. This is where you become the version of yourself that can hold blessings without flinching, that can walk into rooms without needing permission, that can choose joy without fearing it will be taken. This is where you learn that detachment is not apathy, it's power. It's the power to say, I release this not because it didn't matter, but because I do, because you matter. Not for what you survived, not for how well you forgave, not for how silent you stayed while they misunderstood you. You matter because you are the living proof that divine timing wears scars and still walks upright. You are proof that justice doesn't always come in headlines. Sometimes justice is you waking up one morning and realizing you're not angry anymore. You're not waiting for the apology. You're not replaying the moment they failed you. You're not checking their page. You're not wondering if they miss you. You're not imagining revenge. You're not imagining anything at all, because finally, you're imagining you. A you that doesn't just survive, but builds. A you that doesn't obsess over being understood, but lives in truth too large to be explained. A you that knows the best revenge is not success. The best revenge is self-possession. Not needing to be the bigger person. Not needing to show up and prove how much you've grown. Not needing to prove anything ever again. Just being. Unbothered, unavailable, unapologetic. This is your return. Not to who you were before the injustice, but to the you that always existed underneath it. The one who never needed their approval, their explanation, or their closure. You are the closure. You are the full stop at the end of their sentence. And now, you begin. So if you're standing at the edge right now, if your hands are shaking, and your voice is quiet, and your heart still wonders if it's too late, hear me. It's not too late. You haven't missed anything. In fact, everything that was delayed so you could step into it as this version of you. Not the broken one, not the begging one, the boundless one, the one who no longer negotiates their worth. the one who doesn't search the past for answers they were never meant to find, the one who trusts that peace is not found in understanding why they hurt you. Peace is found in realizing you don't live there anymore, and no one gets to drag you back. So stand tall. This story, it belongs to you now. Not the version they wrote, not the one they fear you'll tell. The real one. The one you've earned in silence, in stillness, in truth. And that story? It starts today. Thank you so much for taking this journey with me. If you found value in this message, please like the video and share it with others who might benefit. Don't forget to subscribe and continue your amazing journey by watching one of the videos showing on your screen that resonates with you the most. See you there.